All right, guys, this is what your lab looks like. So what you're going to do is you're going to have to take this Word document and you're going to either need to print it and fill it in, or you're going to need to get another sheet of paper and do all of the answers on another sheet of paper in your own handwriting. No typing or anything on this. So I'm going to show you what website you're going to need to go to in order to do it. All right. So if you go to Google, okay, type in PHET, PHET. Okay, and this very first one is what you will select. Okay, and then you're going to need to go to that top right button and under search, type in build an atom. And this is one, see it has this funny looking like 5 symbol on the bottom right. This is one that you can use on an iPad, you could use on a computer, you could even use it on your cell phone. So if you hit play, you're going to go to this atom one. Okay, now your worksheet's going to ask you very specific things for you to do. Sorry, I just flipped it so that I could kind of show you a little bit. Like, for instance, you can pull protons into the middle, and it tells you, if you go over here to the right, you can kind of click on these buttons, and it will tell you the net charge, it will tell you the mass number, because your worksheet's going to ask you things like this. You can also put your electrons on. So if you notice, before I put my electron on, my net charge was +1. Whenever I put the electron on, now it becomes a neutral atom. That's because it has a proton and it has an electron. Okay, so you've got a positive and a negative, so that made it have a net charge of 0. And then you can also add neutrons, and remember, neutrons go inside the nucleus. So whenever I added that neutron, look what the mass number was before. So over here on the bottom right, it says mass number is 1. Whenever I added the neutrons, now that made the mass number 2. Okay, so those are things that you're going to have to do. It's going to be very specific in what it tells you to do. You can go over and it has the periodic table, but of course it doesn't have like the atomic number and things like that. So it might also ask you to do one where you have to press this bottom icon that says symbol. It's highlighted on the bottom here in yellow, and that's going to show you the way that it would be written. So you can see that if I put 1 proton over there, then that bottom left-hand number is number 1. That top left-hand number is 1 because that's the mass number. And then that top right number is the charge. So if I put an electron there, then that made the charge 0. If I put a neutron on there, then that made the mass number 2. And then it's also going to have you do this game. This is part of your lab, and it's a very good study thing as well. And so I strongly suggest that it's going to ask you questions based on how you do on the game and stuff, but you need to do the game. It won't take you that long to do it. Okay, I think that's all that I need to tell you as far as the lab is concerned. If you have any other questions about the lab, please do not hesitate to contact me either through email or Remind. If we need to set up a Zoom meeting, individually, we can. And so that's really all I have to say about the lab. Hopefully you guys get through it pretty easily. It's a pretty